Hello, English lovers. Oops, it's been a while, right? I am back. So, how have you been? On today's lesson, we are going to focus on the past tense. Yes, I remember we have talked about tenses, but I want to take them again one step at a time because when we are talking about tenses, for example, the tense we are about to take today, which is the past tense, we realize that the past tense has three different types. Yeah, we have the simple past tense, we have the past perfect, continuous, and all of that. So today we are going to focus on revising. Yeah, let me say it's like revision. Okay, the past tense or the different forms of the past tense. But before we continue, you know our tradition, right? Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. All right, so in English grammar, there are three types of tenses: the present, the past, and the future tenses. All right. Among these three tenses, the past tense is a type of grammatical tense that states the events of the actions which happened in the past. Yeah, from the name, we are talking about something that already happened, something that is done and over with. So, yeah, when we are talking about the past tense, we mean things that have been completed. Okay, so in the past tense, a word such as was, were, has, or had is commonly used. Okay, yeah, so we have four types of past tenses, and we will take one at a time, discuss, and give examples. Are you ready? Okay, so the first is the simple indefinite past tense. The simple indefinite past tense. So the formula is the subject plus the verb plus ed plus the verb. Subject plus verb plus ed plus verb in the past. In the past tense, all right? And please, in order for you to get this formula correctly, you need to look at the screen caption so that you get the formula correctly. So now let's have an example following this formula that I just gave. Joy cooked delicious rice this morning. Joy cooked delicious rice this morning. What is the subject? Joy. What is the verb? Cooked. And the verb is in the past tense, cooked. Okay, the ed has been added to the verb cook. Then we have rice this morning. What is rice? Rice is a noun, the name of the thing, right? Okay. So the next example, I was in the meeting earlier. I was in the meeting earlier. I, the subject, was the verb in the past tense. I hope that is understood. Again, she forgot the way to the house. She forgot the way to the house. We already know the subject, the past tense, and what have you. You know that, right? Okay, now here, she is the subject, forgot is the past tense of the verb forget. So that is it. I said the other time that I'll do a lesson on regular and irregular verbs. I don't think I have uploaded a video on that yet because some people might ask, why did I say cooked and I am saying forgot? So cooked is a regular verb and forgot is an irregular verb. We cannot add ed to the verb forget in order to say forget it. No. So don't bother. I'll take another lesson on regular and irregular verbs for you to better understand. Is that okay? All right, so the next type of past tense we are going to talk about is the past perfect tense. The formula is subject plus the helping verb, which is had, plus the past participle of the main verb, plus the past participle of the main verb. Let me take the formula again. We have subject plus helping verb, which is had. The only helping verb that we use in the past perfect is had. All right. Then we use the verb in the past participle. Yeah. For example, the plane had left by the time he arrived. The plane had left by the time he arrived. So, what is the subject here? The plane. Now we said a helping verb. The helping verb here is had. Now what is the past participle of the verb to leave? It is left. Yeah, so that is it. All right. Now the next one is I had bought some clothes before leaving the shop. I had bought some clothes before leaving the shop. Yeah. I is the subject, had is the helping verb, bought is the past participle of the verb to buy. Yeah. So, I hope you're following up. The next type of past tense that we have is the past continuous tense. Remember, we said that these verbs, we have three forms of the past tense. Okay. So we are on the third, which is the past continuous tense. Now the formula here is subject plus was or were plus the main verb plus ing. I'll take that again. The formula is subject plus was or were. Remember, was and were are the past tenses of the verb to be. Yeah, so we say plus was or were plus the main verb plus ing. You would understand from the example I'll give. They were eating at the restaurant. They were eating at the restaurant. What is the subject? They. What is the continuous? Eating. Eating. Remember, we have talked about they. Then we said we would use was or were. So they is the subject. We have used was and were or were. Then the subject, which is in the continuous tense, is eating. Okay. Now I am sure some people would be confused on how to or on when to use was and when to use were. Okay. But one thing you should know is that you cannot say that they was. Now you use was when the subject is singular. Okay. For example, he was eating. She was dancing. It was. So you use was for the third person singular, as simple as that. Any other thing, you use were. Is that okay? All right. Now the next example, okay, I already made mention of something like something similar. So the next example is he was playing football earlier. He was playing football earlier. We already know subject, he. We have used was and the continuous tense is playing. All right. Another example. We were shopping at the mall for a long time. We were shopping at the mall for a long time. What is the subject? We. What have we used? Were. Because we have said that we use was only for the third person singular. What is the third person singular? We have he, she, it. Yeah, those three. The last but not the least form of the past tense is the past perfect continuous tense. I get it, it can be confusing, right? But hey, fear not, just take your time and listen, and you'll get the difference between the past continuous tense and the past perfect continuous tense. All right. So, the past perfect continuous tense, we have the subject plus had plus been plus the verb plus ing. Remember, the past continuous tense, we had subject plus was or were. But now with the past perfect continuous, we have to use had plus been. Okay. Now in English language, when you hear of the perfect tense, remember that you have to use either has or have for the present perfect, or when we are talking about the past perfect like we are doing now, we use had. The past tense of have or has is had. So this is what we are using now. Past perfect continuous tense, the subject again, the formula again is the subject plus had plus been plus the verb plus ing. Like I said, just follow the captions if you do not understand what, or if you want to better understand what I'm explaining. So let's have an example. I had been working at the company for 5 years when I got the promotion. I had been working at the company for 5 years before I got the promotion. Mhm. Subject had. I. Now, remember we said we have to use the subject plus had plus been plus the verb plus the ing. So we have used I, which is the subject, had been. Then we are using work. Work is the verb, but we do not leave it like that. We add ing to it to make it in the continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense. Yep. Okay, another example. Martha had been walking for a while before she broke her leg. Martha had been walking for a while before she broke her leg. Mm. I won't bring out the subject and all of those. I leave that to you. So I'll just go to the comment section. If you've watched to this level, then you definitely leave me an answer, okay? And please give me more examples as far as these past tenses are concerned. Can you do that? Okay. Thank you for watching. If you found this interesting, okay, could you please share so that others can equally learn? Thank you so much. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Equally, turn on your notification bell, okay, so that you do not miss out on our subsequent lessons. See you in the next video. Ciao.